And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Ricky. Fight.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Gator. Go.
Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Here's Ryan Succop for the Titan field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Let's go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't going no.
1st carry for James Conner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Well, the second down throw on target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run here with Connor. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
To run with Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Check go.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check out route.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they hand off to Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. On first down, it's Henry, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 99. X3, 218, chopper.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Tannehill now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill, the quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Here's Tannehill. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it 24-13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check right 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They will run again with Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
Right. Mark 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Be good. Get him on.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson on the screen. This is Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jackson throwing again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Jackson. And going deep for Hill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Ready? He's coming. Check in. I'm scared.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This will be caught by Brown.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. General West.
Watch the whip. Watch twist.
Let go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Tannehill on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 30 base.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Let's go.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
5.
To the air again, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That is right. 4 down, check. 4 down.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's our defense score points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. The 30, past the 20, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Pittsburgh, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.